What's going on, everyone? This is Kevin here, coming at you with Xiaomi Redmi Note 13 Pro Plus 5G, tips and tricks, and hidden features. So stay tuned if you'll learn how to get the most out of your device. So this is the Xiaomi Redmi Note 13 Pro Plus 5G, and this phone is packed full of features, and I'm looking forward to showing you my favorites here in this video. Now, the first thing I want to show you are some cool gesture shortcuts here with the device. So what we're going to do is go to the settings, then from there go to search, and then type in gesture. And then you'll see right there gesture shortcuts, so go there. And then from this menu right here, there's a lot of really good options. Now, the first thing is you can launch Assistant by just holding onto the power button for half a second. So that makes a lot of sense. That's really easy to pull up, but there's even more options here as well. So if you want to double press on the power button, you can actually activate the flashlight. So you do have to enable this, but once that's enabled, I can simply double press, and now the flashlight is pulled up here. I can double press once again, and the flashlight goes away. Now, if you prefer to launch the camera instead by double pressing on the power button, you also have that option. So you can go here to launch camera, and then we'll enable double press power button to access the camera, and then same thing when the screen is locked. And then now, by making that switch, if I double press on the power button, it'll then pull up the camera app. And then if the display is off here in the phone and I do it, the same thing happens. I've now been able to pull up the camera app just by double pressing on the power button. So that's definitely very convenient. Now, another cool option here too is called back tap. So we'll go there, and basically you can either double tap on the back of the phone or triple tap, and you can access various functionalities here on the device. So let's first set up double back tap. And you can see there's options for various things such as the calculator, the camera, the control center. But for this example, I'm going to pick the notification shade. And then for triple, I'm going to pick the calculator. So that's now set up. I'm going to double tap on the back of the phone. You can see it pulls down the notification shade, which I have no notifications right now. And then if I triple tap, it pulls up the calculator. So that's a really cool, convenient way to access various functionalities here on the device. Now, if you're looking for some quick and easy ways to access various applications here on the device, then I think this next feature will be really convenient for you, and it's called Sidebar. Now, you do have to enable this. It's not enabled by default. So you're going to go to the settings, go to search, type in side, and you'll see right there Sidebar, so go there, and then set it to always show. And then now you'll see on the side of the phone, we have this little bar here. And then if you swipe over, you can see there's various applications here. And then if you go all the way down, you can actually customize that. So you can pick basically up to 10 applications. And when you tap on those apps, it'll then pull it up as a floating application. So I'm going to pick the calculator. I'm going to pick the clock application. I'm going to pick Spotify. And then also, let's see, what else? I'm going to put the notes application in there. And then also the web browser. And then I'm going to go to done. And then now when I swipe over here, you can see some of those applications are there in addition to some other recently used apps. But I'm going to pick the calculator to start off. And then you can see immediately the calculator now appears as a floating window. Now from here, I have other functionalities. I can shrink that down a little bit more. I can even go here to pick how transparent I want it to be, which is pretty nice. I can of course move it around as well. This button right here allows you to resize it. And then I can go back up here and have it fully expand. I can have it shrink back down once again. I can exit back out. I can also pull it back up again here. And then if I move it into the corner, it's actually going to shrink it and kind of put it up on the side of the phone. And I can even push it over to the side and have it kind of be there as an icon. Or I can pull it back up and have it be back to that normal floating size. I can also move it down to the side here and it'll expand fully. So there's a lot of different options. I can also pull up multiple floating applications. So I can have the calculator, I'll grab the clock app here as well. And you can see both of them are then floating, and I can still use the phone as I normally would use it. You could also go to your recent apps here, go to floating windows, and then you can also pick them from here and get that same floating window functionality. Now the next thing I want to show you is how to take a screenshot with the Xiaomi Redmi Note 13 Pro Plus 5G. And there are multiple methods to take a screenshot here with the phone, and I'm going to show you those right now. So the first way to take a screenshot with this device is very simple. Simply hold the volume down and power button for about a second, and then it'll take the screenshot just like that. Now, another way to take a screenshot is to pull down the notification shade, and then you'll see right there, screenshot, so tap there, and then it'll then take the screenshot of whatever is pulled up here on the device. Also, we can go back over to the gestures options that we saw before in the settings. So go to gesture, and then you'll see gesture shortcuts like I showed you a second ago. And then you can see here, there's take a screenshot. So you can actually slide 3 fingers down and you can take a screenshot. So let's try that. There we go, I took the screenshot. And then to take a partial screenshot, simply hold down with 3 fingers. There we go, took the screenshot. Then from there I can crop, and then I can save it or share it or edit. So lots of different abilities there. But that's how to take a screenshot with the Xiaomi Redmi Note 13 Pro Plus 5G. Now with the Xiaomi Redmi Note 13 Pro Plus 5G, we're getting a very large display here, which is excellent when it comes to watching content or seeing your apps on a large screen, but it can be very difficult, if not impossible, to reach all portions of the operating system with just one hand. Now thankfully, Xiaomi has thought of a cool solution to this, and it's called one-handed mode. So you can actually go to your settings here, type in 1, and then you'll see right there one-handed mode. So go there, enable that, and then simply all you have to do to access one-handed mode is to swipe over from the home button and back over, and you can see it lowered the entire operating system. Then from here we can navigate around as normal. You can even pull down the notification shade too, so that's really nice. And then to get out of this, just tap outside of the operating system, and then things go back to normal. Now with this device, you do have an option to choose between the traditional Android 3-button navigation or gesture-based navigation. So I do recommend trying out both to see which you prefer. But we're gonna go to the settings, we're gonna go to search, we're gonna type in nav, and then you'll see right there system navigation, so go there. And then you can see that there are several different options here. First thing is we can actually customize the button navigation. So if you wanna switch the back and recent apps buttons, you can do that. So you can see those are now reversed. You can also go to button shortcuts right here, and you can even customize this further. So for example, if you want to long press on the back button, you can actually have that enable a variety of different things, such as the flashlight, for example. So let's try that. I'm going to hold down the back button, and then now it pulled up the flashlight. And then holding on to the back button once again will then turn off the flashlight. So that's a really cool trick right there. And then from there, we can go over to gesture-based navigation, and then I don't want to learn it because I already know, but we're going to switch that over. And then now you can see instead of those 3 buttons, we have one line here at the bottom. So basically swiping partially up will take you to recent apps, swiping from the side will take you back, and then swiping all the way up will take you home. You can also switch between apps by simply sliding down on the bottom here. So that's pretty awesome as well. And then if you want to hide that bottom bar, you can simply hide the full screen indicator. And then now you'll see that there's no bar here at the bottom, but gesture-based navigation still works in the same way. Now with the Xiaomi Redmi Note 13 Pro Plus 5G, we're getting an excellent looking display here, and there are some various customizations you can make to potentially make it even better for you. So we're going to go to the settings, then from there, go down to where it says display, and then there's quite a few options here. First thing is you can choose between light and dark mode, so if you prefer dark mode instead, that's an option. That might be especially helpful in nighttime situations. You can also set a schedule for dark mode as well. And then if you want to as well, there's more dark mode options. So you can even pick which applications you want to be forced into dark mode. And then you can also have the text and backgrounds adjust automatically as well. Then further down here, there's reading mode. So if you like to read a lot of stuff on your phone, you might want to give this a try. But basically it's going to make it a little bit easier when you're looking at the display. But there's lots of different options. There's even a schedule here for that as well. We also have color schemes, so you can customize the colors of the display here on the device. If you want it more standard or saturated, you can do that or keep it vivid. There's also full color temperature options here as well. Then over here, you can see that we can adjust the refresh rate. So this device does feature a 120 Hz refresh rate. And when it's at the default, it'll use that full refresh rate when it's necessary. But then when it's not, it won't, so that you're not using as much battery on the device. But if you do want to customize things further, you can do that too. And you can pick if you want the phone to always be in 120 Hz or 60 Hz. Now when it's in 60 Hz, things are definitely a bit more choppy. You can really tell the difference, but you are going to save a bit more battery in return. Now with this device, we do have an in-display fingerprint sensor, which is great, but there are ways to further customize that. So you're going to go to search, type in fingerprint, and you'll see right there, go there, and then tap here, put in your code, and then you'll see from here there's lots of different options, and you don't typically find this on smartphones from other companies. So for example, there's an option here for shortcuts. Basically, if you hold your finger on the fingerprint icon for longer than you typically would, you're gonna get some other options here. So let's give that a try. So I'm keeping my finger on there, and then now I can simply go over to different options such as scanning QR codes, searching, and then adding events. So that's really cool. There's also some other unique options. So there is low light fingerprint unlock. Lower the brightness of the fingerprint icon in low light conditions. Your device might unlock slower when this feature is on. So that could be pretty interesting. But this one's especially unique, fingerprint animation. So when going to here, you can see there's tons of different options. You can get a butterfly, for example, or it kind of looks like one. So we'll try that. I'll now go here to use the fingerprint sensor, and now there's a new animation there. Now with this device, there is an always on display, and you can customize that. So what we're gonna do is go down to here where it says always on display, go there, and then this is not enabled right now, so you can start by turning that on, and then you can see there's actually a lot of different options here for the always on display. So you can upload your own images, you can upload or add signatures as well. You can even adjust what clock you want to have on there too. So I'm gonna choose this, and then we'll apply that. And then now we'll see the always on display, which is now on. And I can see the time, I can see the battery percentage. So those are just a few of the various abilities available if you want to customize the always on display here on the device. You can even pick cool backgrounds as well, so tons of different options here. I'm gonna pick that cactus. Let's try that now. So that's really cool. You also have the option for notification effects here on the sides of the display, so you can have different colors show up when notifications come in. That's pretty interesting. There's also raise to wake, so I'll enable that, and then double tap to wake or turn off the screen. We'll try that as well. So let's first try raise to wake. So I'm gonna raise the phone up. It then woke up the display. I'm also gonna turn off the display now and double tap. You can see that now turns on the display as well. And then I'm gonna double tap to turn off the display, and that works really well too. And here's another way to launch the camera. So you can double press on the volume down button to open up the camera when the screen is locked. So we'll try that now. And that works really well too. You can also make status bar customizations. So go to search here, type in status, and you'll see right there status bar. So you can see that if you wanna hide notification icons, which right now there are none up here, you can hide that. You can also show the connection speed if you want to. You can edit your carrier name. You can even change the battery percentage. So if you want to have the percentage on the outside, you can do that. If you want no percentage, that's an option as well. So that's pretty cool. You can even hide the upper notch here. So we can hide that, which I don't think that's much better, but that's an option as well. So those are some cool customizations for the status bar. Now also in the settings, you can go down here to where it says battery, go there, and you can see there's a lot of different options. So there's ultra battery saver. If you enable that, you can further prolong the battery life on the device. We also have options for performance mode as well. And then if we go over here to battery, you can see that there's options to boost the charging speed. So you can do that too. You can also change the optimization level for charging. So if you don't want optimized charging, you want to go a little bit faster, that's an ability here as well. You can even set a schedule for powering on and off the phone. And then even going up here further, there's even more customizations. So you can turn off data when the device is locked. You can clear the cache when the phone's locked as well. You can also go to these battery saver options and further customize how you want things to be. So really just a lot of ways to further prolong the battery life on this device. Now, if you hold on to the home screen, you'll see an option here for various transition effects. So if you want those to be different, that's an option. So you can see when moving around, things are a bit different. So that's cool. Nice and smooth too on that 120 Hertz refresh rate display. So I'll put that back in the default. You can see there's also options for not showing text. So if you don't want text on your icons, that's an option. That's pretty interesting. I could definitely see some people potentially using that. You can even adjust the layout here. You can adjust the icon size as well. So lots of different abilities here to further customize the Xiaomi Redmi Note 13 Pro Plus 5G. But this concludes my tips and tricks video for this device. But this is Kevin here. This is the Xiaomi Redmi Note 13 Pro Plus 5G, and I'll see you in the next one. Take care and have a great rest of your day.